rocking and rolling here on the Mana Symbol channel. So, what are we up to today? We're playing a little bit of Blue Tron here in the modern format, but we are not playing the quote-unquote stock Blue Tron that would be well known from streamer Trellin and MTGO user Shock Troopa, I believe. Might be the same person, they might not, don't know. But we are playing a little bit of Blue Tron. So, Blue Tron, similar to Eldrazi Tron and Mono Green Tron, uses the Urza Tron, which are the three different Urza land, Urza's Mine, Urza's Power Plant, and Urza's Tower, in order to gain a grotesque amount of mana with which it uses to slam gigantic threats. Normally, the Blue Tron lists have a bunch of sort of silver bullet style one-offs like Ugin the Spirit Dragon, Karn Liberated, Walking Ballista, and etc. This one is like a blue Eldrazi Tron, which is kind of neat. So we are playing 4 of Thought Knot Seer, 4 of Karn the Great Creator. We've got 1 main deck Mindslaver, we've got 3 Walking Ballistas, 1 Chalice. We can use Tolaria West to tutor for things that cost 0, like Walking Ballista, Chalice, or any of our lands. So Tolaria West is, in its own way, a way for us to find Tron, as well as the 4 copies of Expedition Map, like E-Tron and Green Tron will use. But then we're using cards like Repeal and Condescend in order to make the game go into a slightly later situation where we can leverage our mana, also Remand, that we can use this. So it's sort of, this is a more like tempo-y version of the deck than it would normally be, whereas the other version of Blue Tron is more reliant on just buying time until you get to slamming your giant haymaker. And then winning the game that way. We do have the Mindslaver lock with Academy Ruins available, and Karn, the Great Creator, can get lots of wonderful silver bullets out of our sideboard. Graveyard Hate, we can Liquimetal Coating to attack our opponent's lands, Torpor Orb to shut down enters the battlefield triggers, Ensnaring Bridge to hide us from opponents attacking, Trinisphere to lock out decks like Prowess, Wurmcoil Engine for life gain. We've got 2 more copies of Chalice that I assume we will board in against decks like Prowess. So let's hop into the league and see what's going on. The main reason I am playing specifically this configuration is it has copies of Mazemind Tome, and Mazemind Tome is the card of the week for Faithless Brewing, which I'm going to be doing some work with this wonderful folks. So here we go. On the draw here against Archon Blue. Double Tron lands, no blue sources. Gotta ship that. One Tron land, 1 blue source, 1 Expedition Map, and a Karn to pitch. I think I'm pretty happy with this one. So I think I will keep here, and we'll pitch the extra Karn. We'll see what's up. An upkeep stop from last league. Don't need that anymore. Fire off map on turn 1. So one of the nice things about Expedition Map in this deck particularly is that when you hold up your interaction on turn 2, assuming that we don't draw a different Tron piece next turn, we can hold up Repeal Or if we had Remand or Condescend, we could hold those up while also being able to crack our Expedition map on that turn. So opponent is on Living End. So Karn for bridge. Loving me some Tron. What is wrong with me? Are you talking about this deck, or are you talking about Tron in general? Because those are two different decks, and the answer is correspondingly different. Why not both? Because this deck is interesting and sweet, and the normal Tron decks are not. Starting diet today, already hungry. Yikes. Remember, diet and exercise. That's how you get your. That's how you get your stuff. Waker of Waves. Interesting. From M21. So it has a special ability that's like cycling. It's 1 in a blue. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. So they could put creatures into their graveyard with that. Humidity didn't help. 6k run. Nice. What is that, Larynx Punch worthy? Oh, this is the worst Tron. Bad Tron is E-Tron. The Tron hierarchy, I will always say, is Green Tron is good Tron, E-Tron is bad Tron, and Blue Tron is the worst Tron, and anything else is just absolute insane garbage. Which doesn't mean you shouldn't play it. It doesn't mean you can't feel good about playing it and having fun playing it. I just think it's a funny hierarchy. Which power plant do I like? I like this one. Really want to find a counter here. Hey, look, we found a counter here. Maybe I should just keep saying the things that I want in life. I feel like that's a good idea. It's a good... Ask and you shall receive. That's biblical. Oh, they're running the green. So they're 4-color Living End. Interesting. So they'll be running Veil of Summer out of their sideboard. I see. Another Waker of Waves. Well, this board is terrifying already. However, if we can find our last Tron piece, then we will be able to Karn into Bridge, which should be fairly effective in game ones. They discarded a Violent Outburst, so they must have another way to... at least we're not playing Cyclonic Rift. Well, you say that. I feel like that would be very good in this specific matchup. Good lord. Waker is sweet, by the way. I believe that. Certainly looks good. Certainly looks good. So we can't repeal without a target, so unfortunately my time has just been wasted here. Aw, doggos are great. Dismember. Well, it could be relevant. Not soon, but it could be relevant. So, don't have the double blue to transmute right now. And I don't really want to go shields down to cast anything at the moment, so... They're still looking, huh? They put themselves very low. This Walking Ballista might be able to kill them eventually. Good lord. Just thinking into the future, there's a very good chance we will be... So, they have 1 mana open. So if I transmute Tolaria West, get my last Tron piece, I then have 5 mana. None of it blue. And I could cast Karn and get something like Tormod's Crypt. The question is, are they playing anything in their main deck that's going to be able to interact with me for this 1 blue or red mana? And I have no idea. I don't think I want to just sit here and try to play around them forever. So let's just jam and see what happens. I don't know if they have room in their main deck for counter magic with 4 colors and things like that going on. So let's see. We're looking for a mine. A mine. They called it a mine. Little robot. 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 Don't spell pierce me. Nice. Okay. Sick. Nasty. Nasty. Sick. Nasty. I guess I could get Chalice and put Chalice on 0, but I'm pretty sure I'll do that next turn. Robot. Alright, cool. Looks like we made it. Looks like we made it. Do 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 do. Looks like we made it. So we're definitely going to be boarding out our repeals and our dismembers, I would think. So the question is, do they have like an instant speed way to do the thing? I guess we're about to find out. I put the living end on the stack. We'll crypt them. We'll get blown out. Nope. Okay. Sweet. More than half of their deck is depleted. Okay. What do they got here? Just start cycling again? Yeah. Okay. So this time we're going to Karn for Chalice and just play it on 0. Oh, wait. Can I just kill them? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can't kill them yet. Jeez. Little bit of Karn Flood. A little bit. I'd rather play Chalice or something else. And play Chalice. And then I think we'll play the Ballista because they conceded. Okay, cool. Chalice over Trinisphere. Yeah, for sure. Definitely Chalice over Trinisphere. And more importantly, if they have a way to like bounce it in their main deck, then we can just cast it again for 0 mana. Because what we also do is we get to play the Walking Ballista. Their creatures don't have haste. So we play a Walking Ballista this turn, and then we should be able to win on the next one. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the way our sideboard is set up, we're supposed to bring in the Crypts. I'm also going to bring in the Chalices. I don't think I need Repeal. Probably don't need main deck Mindslaver here. Probably can go down on Ballistas if we think it is a good. I think we can get the cage. No, we'll leave the cage in the sideboard. Because Tormod's Crypt is something that we can Tolaria West for, and so is Chalice. Oh, Spatial Contortion is not particularly good here. So we actually have way more stuff to board out than in. Okay. I think I'm happy to keep this configured the way it is, and then I just need to find things to bring back in. So I guess Mindslaver could be okay, but I'm not excited about it. And then probably bring in another one of these sideboard cards that we wouldn't normally. I'll just bring back get the next Walking Ballista probably. I can't really see myself needing to Karn for Walking Ballista in this matchup. All right. This is 0. Oh, no, it's got double mine. This is nothing. We're mulliganing. Waiting for hockey exhibition games to start. I don't know what that means. All right. I think we keep any hand that has the Chalice, and we've got one Tron piece. We've got a Tolaria West. So we'll keep this ship and the extra Thought Knot Seers. No, we'll ship Walking Ballista. Even though we can play it early, it's not really all that good to play it early. Nice. Good draw. Okay. All right. Nice. That is a level of perfection. So next turn we get to Thought Knot Seer. The turn after we could play a second Thought Knot Seer, or we could just jam Eldrazi Temple, or just transmute Tolaria West for another Tron piece. So we'll see how all this goes. I'm wondering what level of interaction we might see from our opponent's side of things. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes they play. Well, they could play Force of Negation or Force of Vigor. Is that the green one? Uyghur. Force of Uyghur. Yeah. I think I've played against Archon Blue specifically before on their 4-color living end. Oh, buddy. Oh, well, we're going to take that. I was not paying attention to the fact that they had an Ingot Chewer in their hand. Bad player. Bad player. Thought Knot then Chalice. That is exactly what we're going to do. I don't know if we're actually going to play the Chalices. You can see what they're saying. I don't know if we'll play the Chalice this turn because I'm going to take their Force of Negation. Okay, no worries. It's probably too small. I'm going to take their Force of Negation. unless they might Mystic Dispute the Thought-Knot Seer because they're worried about dying. If they do that, we just get to pop the Chalice down. Okay, so now we get to take. We get to take the Force of Negation, and we get to play the Chalice next turn. Playing it this turn is not particularly effective. We're also just going to be close to killing them next turn, so that's kind of great. So they've got one draw step, basically. You can't, you full screened. Shouldn't you be able to see it more effectively? It's in the bottom right, right? You should be able to see that, unless it's too small. All right, so easy peasy win. All right, moving on. Boop. No idea where your glasses are. I got it. Basically, they were suggesting we play Elder Deep Fiend in the deck, and there's only Thought-Knot Seers in this deck. There's no Reality Smashers and there's no Matter Reshapers, because they were specifically saying like, oh, but he's so good at Matter Reshaper with Matter Reshaper, and it would be, but we're not playing it. We are on the draw with a Gemstone Caverns. Feels pretty good. Downside is don't know what to exile. Maybe just the island? Just exile the island. Just assume that we're going to hit a 4th mana source at some point. Yeah, we're going to pitch island. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to keep the threats, and I want to keep removal, because if we're paired against something like Prowess, you really need to have early interaction. Hey, look, we're paired against something like Prowess. This is probably Jund, actually. Shit. So there's a pretty good chance they're either going to take our Spatial Contortion, or our Spatial Contortion is basically a blank piece of cardboard because they don't have anything relevant in their hand. Yeah. So I'm assuming the Spatial Contortion is going to be a blank piece of cardboard here. That's a sick draw, though. Hello! Bloop. All right. So we made Tron. Gonna have turn 3 Tron, and we'll be able to play the Thought-Knot Seer afterwards. Because we get to go tap Power Plant, tap Gemstone Mine to crack the... Yeah, that's fine. There's no instance in the graveyard, so this is... We can't kill it with that. It's a good draw. What is up, Leviathan 102? Playing a little bit of Blue Tron here. Blue Eldrazi Tron, to be Pacific. This thing's going to be 4-5 at the end of the turn, but... We'll go get Urza's Tower Plant. Urza's Tower Plant. Oh. Ho! You jerk. Sure. Nice main deck trophy. I really mean that. Big compliment. Okay, so we'll get Island, and then we'll search up what they just killed, which is a mine. So they should have let me finish searching first because I was going to get a tower. Pretty sure we just want the mine here. Yeah, mine is fine. Yeah. Love it. Just Tron 'em, baby. Just Tron 'em. What do you got? What do you got? Blood Braid Elf? Oh, that's a big one. Nice top deck, nerd. Yeah. Unfortunately, this Goyf is huge. Huge. Listen, nobody has a bigger Goyf than my opponent. I don't even know if it's possible. I actually know exactly how possible it is. Well, not statistically. I just know how big a Goyf can be. In constructed... What do we refer to this? I don't know. Constructed 1v1 magic? Oh. Well, that's a whole thing. So smash, and then 2, 3, 4. So I could play a 4/4 Ballista, or we can Karn and get Wurmcoil and cast it. No, we can't. We're one short. What do I want to do here against Yund? Yeah. Okay. What do I want to do against Liquimetal Coating? But that means Karn dies, right? Because we can't defend the Karn if we're doing that. What if I just play Ballista and sit behind it? I think that feels pretty good. Just play a gigantic Ballista and just hang out. I get Bridge. I don't really need to attack anymore. I feel like they're much more frightening on the attack than I am at this point. We can just win the game with Ballistas. Yeah. That was the reason that I liked the Ballista line. Is like they have to do something about it very quickly. Because well, depends on how they want to block next turn. Because so they're not going to attack. Like 10 out of 10, there's no way they're attacking. And so if we attack, they're going to block the Thought-Knot Seer because they get to draw a card there. So which means my Spatial Contortion, I can't use it as a pump spell. Realistically, like I can use it on Ballista, but it doesn't really up my damage by the right amount. Okay. Cycle Peatland. The Nurturing Peatland. I was really hoping that was not going to happen, but okay. Contortion the Goyf and paint a few times. Yeah, we could do that next turn, but we didn't get there. But that's fine. We're just going to be able to Karn our way through this, so should be okay. If they attack, we just kill them with the Contortion, I guess. Oh, no, I can't do that because I'm going to discard the Contortion because keeping Karn is way better. But should be all right. Oh, if they attack, yeah, they're dead. I think. 1, 2. I need a land to kill them. There it is. Perfect. Attack them, put them to 3, play Karn, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, which gets me Ballista X3 exactly. Perfecto. Got him! Nice top deck, nerd. Do 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 ba do ba do beep 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 ba do beep ba do do beep 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 ba do beep ba do ba do beep bam 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 bam. Ba do beep 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 bam. Ba dam ba doom bam bam. Boop. Just boop him on the nose. Boop. Bye, buddy. Manu Chao. Beep 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 beep. This deck is kind of neat. It's fun to play the crazy Tron deck. Okay, so I think I'd rather have a Dismember than the Spatial Contortions. So don't think that they're particularly likely to board in things like... Think just can go with mono white soldiers and go infinite online. Man, I have really chatty opponents today. Okay, do I want to keep my Chalice in the deck? I think one Chalice is probably okay. I don't think I want more. I think the Dismembers are all that we need here. And we just need to be lucky and top deck. Literally just listening to sports commentators has dropped my blood pressure. I mean, if we get enough people together who want me to do that, I will attempt to do an entire league as if I was commenting on it as a quote-unquote professional sports commentator. That, or I could do like a cut, like a cut-up video where we do that. Best of the week or something. Problem is I'd have to keep track of when my best of the week plays and shit happen, and I have to download the videos, and I have to cut them all together, and that's a lot of work. So I don't think I'll be doing that, but maybe. That would be like at least 2 hours of work just to cut it all together. Mine, Tower, and Tolaria West. So this is technically Tron plus. I think we'll just keep this and just rip what we need, as my opponent suggested that we do. Told me to go rip myself. I also don't have the second blue source yet, but I'm assuming I'm going to find it. They have a single foil Blood Crypt? Interesting. I'm thinking that means they have a second piece of discard. Whew! I like that draw. Yeah, let's start playing out non-tower Tron pieces. It's raining, but hockey, budget. Hockey? Are they playing hockey? Is hockey a thing that gets to happen now? Please play Remand 6. Looks like it's going to get Remand 6. Damping Sphere. That's just rude. Okay. So in theory, we can Karn that to death. I think I want to play this Chalice, because I think they probably still have a good amount of 1 CMC stuff. Maybe we wait until we can... Nah, I can't play it on 2 in this deck. So we'll just see if we can get a time walk out of this Remand and see where we go from there. Can I Tolaria West for an answer for that Damping Sphere? Is that a thing that we can do? Let's see. No Blast Zone. And oh no, I have Repeals, right? Yeah, I have Repeals. I have many Repeals in this deck right now. That's like an ideal draw almost, because we get to play a Talisman and still have Remand up on their turn. And Damping Sphere actually screws with them if they play Bloodbraid Elf here, because we'll just bounce the Bloodbraid and they won't be allowed to cast the next spell. Or we'll Remand Bloodbraid and they won't. The next spell won't be able to be cast. Thought Knot Seers. I think I'm gonna Remand this just to cycle it, and then if they want to pay 2 mana to play the next Thought Knot and take my Chalice, that's probably fine. Because then we can Tolaria West for the last Tron piece. Well, we'll see how this goes. They might just play like a Rand 6 here if they have it. No, they go for the Thoughtseize. This is smart. probably take the Chalice. Okay, so that's my last Tron piece, so I no longer have to transmute for that. I think I want to play Academy Ruins and then transmute for something. And then on the next upkeep, we can put the Chalice on top if we want to. So let's go ahead and do that. Oops. That's fine, doesn't matter. So what am I getting? Ballista? I think we're just basically getting Ballista, sure. Can't play Ballista this turn, thanks to Dampening Sphere, as some people like to call it. I can't remember who like the noteworthy person was that I always remember calling it Dampening Sphere, but drove me nuts. Okay, round 6. Not likely to play a particularly dangerous card after round 6. Play Inquisition, or was it you? No, I don't think it was you. No, there's some MTG personality who did it. They have Luris? Okay, fair enough. Wait. No, I wanted an upkeep stop. All right. It's fine. You hate Damping Sphere. I guess that's fair. You did like playing Breach, right? Is that you? Are you that level of horrible human? Okay, so... Okay, yeah, I thought that was you. I think we just play a 3/3 Ballista here. We go jump block, ping Ren 6 3 times. Or ping them 3 times, because they're 11. We'll see where this goes from here. On the side. Just like a side of Breach, you know? I don't want the full Breach, just a side of Breach. What's up, Roy? I saw your question. It will be answered on the podcast if I have anything to say about it. Wilderness Wreck is my main love right now. Yeah, it's pretty good. Good deck. I have my Wilderness Wrecks over here somewhere. While my Jund opponent is futzing around with their turn. I don't remember if I put them in the Pioneer section or the Modern section. I'm going to guess Pioneer. You get your land. So here's the Pioneer green. Yeah, there's Pioneer. Because when I sorted all of this, they were not really viable in Modern. I mean, people were playing it, but it was not a good deck. All right, we're gonna take this, no problem. No questions asked. Because we can kill them relatively quickly on Crackback. If they have a second Tarmogoyf, obviously that's Fulminator Mage. Sure. So, I'm really tempted to reset the Chalice on upkeep, and then play it on X equals 2. Which I think sounds more insane than it is. I think it's not the craziest idea. So that's what we're going to do. Obviously, we can get beat up on this play, but I think I'm pretty happy with it. If they're clever, we'll see how clever they are. They could Fulminator Mage my tower right now, which would mean I couldn't play this Chalice on 2, and 2 is what I wanted to play it on. So let's see if they go for it. They did not. Okay. Yeah, I think it's worth answering, and I think it's worth thinking about my answer before I give it. Because I think it's a relevant question for anyone who's actually interested in Urza. There was also someone had a question about like what's the card that you wish could be good in Modern right now, and it's just not good enough. And my answer is Urza Lord High Artificer. I don't think it's actually true, so it's going to be a little tongue in cheek. Cryptic Command, yeah. Ooh, okay. So we'll go 2 pings here. 1. But I'm pretty interested in this land, to be honest. So we'll just let it resolve on the Ballista. Walking Ballista. Yep. Yes, please. I would like an island. Thank you. And now they can Fulminator my Academy Ruins. I will assume that's what they will do. Unless they just want to beat down, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm on 8 mana. Man, if we ever draw the Repeal, it's going to be a massacre. Okay. Wait, that only hits 2 lands. That's hilarious. Why do you have that against me? That's really funny. They ping me. All right, they're getting super aggro here. But the thing is, Cryptic Command is clearly good enough right now. Like, lots of people are playing Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command's not a funny answer at all. Shoot. Wait, what did they kill? They killed the Ruins. Okay, I was really assuming that they would. So we just need to top deck, because otherwise we're just toast here. It's got to be pretty specific. Yeah, we're just dead, right? Yeah, Damping Sphere just ate me alive this game. Yeah, just dead. Okay, going to game 3. What's good is Mystic Sanctuary? Sure, but Mystic Sanctuary wouldn't. Mystic Sanctuary would be nowhere near as good without Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command would be nowhere near as good without Mystic Sanctuary. It's very important that they exist in a duology. Dualism. Duality? I don't know. The two of them are important together. The synergy is very powerful. Okay. Do I want to change my sideboarding plan based on the existence of Damping Sphere? No, I just want to draw one of my repeals this game. What matters is that you can loop the Sanctuary. Well, that's not necessarily true, though. There are plenty of games where you win with Mystic Sanctuary adding value to your fetch lands that don't involve Cryptic looping. There's also plenty of games that are decided by the fact that Cryptic Command can be Dismiss or better. Like, the fact that both those cards are very flexible, but then they form this engine when you lock them together, both facts are very important to the relevance of both cards in Modern at this moment. So I don't agree with the idea that one or the other is more important to the fact that both of them usually exist together. Like Archmage's Charm, right? That card with Mystic Sanctuary wins a bunch of games where Cryptic Command doesn't get involved because you just have counter magic up, and what they don't. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to explain it right now. And if you if you come to a conclusion that you can't explain, I'll be happy to hear it. And if you don't manage that, that's fine too. No problem, my friend. All right, so this probably means they have the Damping Sphere for next turn. We'll get to remand it and buy some time for our stratagem. But we're definitely going to need to find something else. You point out a lot that I take for granted. All right, no, I understand that. I'm just saying you're not required right now to come up with some brilliant, in-depth, full answer or anything like that. Scavenging ooze. I'm letting this resolve, right? So I can map. And then I map for Eldrazi Temple and hit them with the TKS. Pretty sure that's what I want to do. This card is largely irrelevant in this matchup. I say largely. Like, we do have Academy Ruins in the deck. And it is something that we could end up doing at certain points. So, get the temple. Ooh, hello. Like that. Hello! Girl! Ooh. Alright, well, we have to take the Liliana because if we don't, they can play an Edict. Seasoned Pyromancer is not going to be generating any tokens right now, so. And then, was that ruled out for a particular reason? The most important reason that we're not playing Elder Deep Fiend is I didn't build this deck. The second most important reason we're not playing Elder Deep Fiend is that the only creatures in this deck are Thought Knot Seers, which when I sacrifice them, my opponent draws a card. So, this is blue Tron that is meant to be using Mazemind Tome. That was the sort of important part of playing this deck list. And, alright, so do I want to attack here and wipe their board and then have double Remand up for the next turn? They get to draw a card. I'm not really upset about that. They're 11s. They're pretty incentivized to block at least once. On the flip side, if they play something like Liliana the Veil, we just get to bounce that repeatedly. Could also Thought Knot Seer again. I guess I could attack, let them draw a card, and play another Thought Knot Seer. That wipes out their board and still sets me up for my double Remand turn, but we get to advance a little bit. Okay. This one's an interesting game state. I suppose they could just block with one here, but that seems very unlikely. All right, we're going to go for it. We're going to go in. Did they not digitize a crowd in? Like they were doing for baseball? Why are they even playing? Sports. It's being recorded. No synthesized crowd. Yeah, that's nice. The baseball one was ridiculous. I mean, you know, it's kind of a good idea, but it's a little cutesy. But yeah, if you wanted to play Elder Deep Fiend in a deck like this, you'd have to play things like Matter Reshaper and Reality Smasher, I would think. And if you're going to do that, all of a sudden playing a Tron deck seems less important. I'm not saying that you couldn't play Elder Deep Fiend and Tron, but then you want to hit double blue to cast the Deep Fiend, which you like because you have to play the colors. So I don't think that that's a configuration that makes a lot of sense for Modern. Perhaps for Pioneer, where you don't have the option of playing Tron lands. And out of the three Eldrazi, right? Like, so let's say you go full boat and play more aggressive Eldrazi numbers. I don't. Yeah, perfect. I don't think that you want to sacrifice most of those creatures. It's just the 3-drop. Which I guess means you could opt out of playing Smasher, but... Take your card. Whee! Yikes! Well, take the land destruction spell. I mean, this is a really good hand for my double remand. Right. There were ones that played Mana Dorks for a little while. So there was like blue-green Eldrazi that was playing Mana Dorks. Okay. So currently their hand is like Seasoned Pyro, and one unknown. So if I Karn, we can get nothing I can play this turn for any particular relevance. If I Tolaria West for Academy Ruins, we could very slowly grind up to our Tron by resetting Expedition map at every turn. I almost just want a Tolaria West for like an island, which is obviously like not great. Maybe just play the Tolaria West this turn and just hang out with double remand ready to go and cantrip our way forward. I don't know if this is right or wrong. This is an odd situation to be in, but it doesn't feel awful knowing that they have 2 3-mana spells in their hand and one unknown. That's a little frustrating. Okay, so we can remand this twice, and depending on what we draw, it'll be really funny because their last one could just whiff. Yeah, it's looking possible. They play it again. Hold on, I'm gonna do it again. Hold on now. Hold on. Please, not just something 4 CMC or higher. Shit. All right. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it. You can finally do it if you want. Oh, really? Okay. One beefy boy. So now I can play Walking Ballista for X3, and next turn when they Inquisition me before they do anything else, they'll whiff. And then the other 2 cards in their hand, we know exactly what they are. The 2 of the Seasoned Pyromancer. What prompted you to try this deck? It was mentioned in the previous episode of Faithless Brewing, and Damon, the host who I'm quote-unquote replacing for this week, said he wanted to try it. So I was like, okay. Have you exiled the Karn tutor target with Gemstone? No, I have not. I did that in the mono, or the Sonic Pyro deck before. I have done that before. I've made that play. Just not today with this deck. Picks up Raging Ravine. Because they're going to play Raging Ravine and not attack, so that means they're playing Inquisition. Perfect. Thank you. Thanks, friend! Got him. Got him! Alright, now we just have to top deck our last Tron piece. They decided not to Inquisition me last turn where they actually would have gotten something. They decided to add to the board with this Tarmogoyf. Oh my god. Remember when I said we should just do the thing, and then we did the thing? I don't know if I could play this right now. I can't. It's too cruel. This is too stupid. What do we get? Wurmcoil? Meteor Golem? Just knock down the Ren 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we could Meteor Golem, which would be fun. Oh, we Meteor Golem the Tarmogoyf, and then we crack in on the Ren 6, and yeah, that's actually the good line. That's hysterical. This is so stupid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah. That's yeah. Bad. Yeah. Better lucky than good. I clearly should play more Tron decks because they speak to me, apparently. They whisper in my ear and tell me how to win. Bye, Goyf. Bonk. I guess I could just attack them, which would put them to almost dead, but I think I can just kill them next turn anyway, so. And if they want to attack my Karn with Raging Ravine, we can just block. And then, actually, if they did that, we would just kill them on the crackback, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. I paired this league versus 3 Trons. Did you get the whole bingo card of Trons? The Tron, E-Tron, G-Tron, and E-Tron. I'm glad Tron decks stopped giving you the suck. Only when I play them. My E-Tron run for Mana Traders was pretty good. I mean, I'm going to recap some of it tonight on the podcast, but like, it was pretty good. So this is going to be seasoned? Yeah. So they'll ditch the other seasoned plus whatever else they drew. They'll get at least 1 token. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can Ballista for 6 this turn. Off of the Karn fetching a Ballista. So Ballista for 6 is going to clear out all their blockers so far, and then okay, so we can't Ballista for 6 anymore. So I can only pump my Ballista twice, if that's how I choose to play this turn. But I think that's enough if we just attack them. Wait, if they go double block, or if they go triple block on my Ballista, I lose the Ballista and I can't kill them. So, what am I supposed to do? Could animate Damping Sphere, crank Ballista once, kill the Damping Sphere. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so I could crank it twice more afterwards. So we go from 2 to 1, then we crank it twice, we go up to 3. I think that's a pretty good line. And just leave the guys, these guys back to block. Yeah, that's fine. We can just kill him next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Crank. Ping. Ping. So 1, 2. I can crank twice right now. So if I attack with Meteor Golem, They can't effectively block me at all. Huh. Good to know Mr. Knight is good people. Yeah, they just chump block? Yeah, that's fair. I recommend them if you're trying to get away from competitive MTG. The only competitive MTG I'm trying to get away from is Arena Deckless podcast, basically. Not because Jerry or Brian are bad at what they do. It's just like it's about standard a lot of the time, and there's also a lot of like every intelligent Magic player is trying to break all the formats they're playing all the time, and there's just so much like, oh, I said this was the best deck of the weekend, and then I showed up and O2 dropped. Or like sometimes with those two, I mean, Jerry's been in the game forever, and he's an amazing player when he's on and when he's tuned in. But like, there's just a lot of time right now where he's just like, I don't know, I just checked out and stopped caring. All right, so 2-1. No Mazemind Tomes. MTG Soothsaying podcast. Well, yeah, what I gravitate towards is the brewing one. I will be back in a second. Well, and the thing too is about like modern and legacy are much more niche formats, so there's a lot more passion. There's a lot more people playing what they love and care about than trying to spike the next tournament. Okay, 1 second. Alrighty. All right, let's do it up. Huh. Okay, so we're on the draw with Gemstone Caverns. We've got a map, a Tron piece. I think this is a keeper. And I think we're exiling... Oof. Thought Knot Seer? Or Spatial Contortion? I think Thought Knot Seer because aggressive decks we want the contortion for. Most of the aggressive decks. Our opponent did not mulligan. Okay, we're definitely going to keep this. The only question is, what do we exile with this Gemstone Caverns? I guess Tolaria West is pretty slow. I'm also not super excited about playing this map. Actually, we'll play it on turn, well, 2, but only if we draw land. This is a really interesting set of decisions. They're going to be mad because they're going to think I'm on Neobrand. I think I'm exiling Spatial Contortion. I think I can find other things to do if I need to. Okay. Well, shit. Immediately gambled wrong. But we'll have Condescend, so we'll be able to dodge most terrific things that can happen. And the Academy Ruins is a great draw for the next turn because then we can play the Expedition map and still have 2 mana up to crack it. Get rid of Mr. West. Yeah, probably should have done. I can counter this right now, right? No, I can't. They can untap in response. Sure. Condescend's gonna be sick though. We'll see. I was confusing the timing on mana abilities. That's not. Yeah. They. What? Wow. I really wish I'd kept that Spatial Contortion. Oh well, nothing to do about it now. That's a good one. Counter whatever's next. No kidding. The thing is, the next thing is going to be Bloodbraid Elf. Like, pretty likely. So we'll see what it flips. And if it's Clothis, we can't. Because they'll have 1 floating. Maybe they go land into Glorybanger here? Yep. Well, that's a whole thing. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna crack my map end of turn. So this is gonna resolve. We're gonna go get an island so we can counter the next thing. Do we have wastes? No, we don't. There's no wastes in this deck. At least I don't think that there is. Bolt me. Sure. We're just gonna fetch an island. We have to find a repeal or a dismember. I think we'll be okay. Their clock is not fast right now. It's unfortunate that we get sort of derailed on our powerful plan, but that's a good pickup for later. We'll just drop in a map here. We can Condescend X2 this turn, so hopefully that's more relevant than it was so far. Do 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 do. Alright, so the question is, do I fetch another island here? I think I will. Unless I have to tap down to deal with this, but I find that unlikely. Who's with 2 mana up? Sure. They have to be playing something else here, right? Like, they wouldn't have active... What are you doing? God, this is so rude. Like, obviously, it's a very, very smart play. It's just super tilting. Alright, I guess I'm getting an island. Jesus. And then I might be able to transmute and get a ballista and deal with this, but, like, this is super tilting. Problem is, if I get a ballista right now, I can't like do anything particularly effective with it. I guess I could just transmute for ballista this turn, have nothing to do. So if they play Bloodbraid Elf, they're basically gonna kill me. But then next turn we get to play ballista X3 or X2, kill the Magus and unlock some of our mana, but it wouldn't really be relevant. Yeah. I don't know. Their clock is pretty slow right now. Kind of incentivized to just chill. Hold this Condescend up with full mana. So this time for sure we can counter something, assuming they play anything. Which they should do, but they've been very clever with their sequencing so far, so. I don't understand why they floated the mana. That was completely unnecessary. Other than some kind of weird marginal bluff play. But I don't. Like, they could have tapped the forest, floated the 2, used the Arbor Elf to untap it, and then cast the Scavenging Ooze with the forest untapped and ready to go. There's no particular... Seriously? Alright, well... This is nice, because I don't have to go full shields down. Go tap 3, transmute, get Walking Ballista. And then hang out for the next turn. There's no creatures for them to eat, so that's kind of okay. I don't think that's true, though. And they can play this now. Jeez. Oh my god. I've never been more punished for an opening hand decision. And this Thought Knot Seer is locked here, we can't play it. Like, fucking brutal. Now they're just going to play the Bone Crusher. Or perhaps worse, not play the Bone Crusher. Blood Moon. Sure. It doesn't increase the clock, so my Walking Ballista here is pretty okay. I think we just literally have to get this scry in. I can't do it. I can't do it to myself at this point. I've been holding it all game, and it would just be, it'd be too much for me right now to lose that. Okay. So now we can go block Scavenging Ooze, ping down the Magus when they attack, which obviously does not affect the fact that we'll still be under Blood Moon, but it will Yep, that's fine. Stop me from taking any relevant damage. So the reason we didn't ping the Scavenging Ooze is that they could respond there by just eating the same Arbor Elf again. So Scoos would not die. So we're going to block the Scoos, double ping Magus. Hope that they don't have land in the Bone Crusher here. I guess I don't have anything to do, but hopefully we'll draw something. They're playing main deck Magus and Blood Moon. A lot of these decks have stopped running any of those, but this player is running both. It's very, very difficult. Okay, so we're just dead here because my opponent refuses to play any spells ever. Yeah, we're just dead. Son of a bitch. I guess if they play something and I can Condescend, Remand, and somehow draw Dismember, we could go to 1. Yeah. I agree with you. We probably should have just jammed the Scry at some point, but I didn't. I just was so... I would have done it on that last turn. If they had played something while I had literally 1 blue up, I would have played the Condescend for X equals 0 just to get the Scry in. But before that, I didn't. I couldn't make myself face the sad reality. They played that game amazingly off of freaking 1 land and our opening. Jeez. And there's the repeal that would remove the Blood Moon. So if we had that instead of either Remand or Condescend, we would have been in great shape there. So I don't necessarily think I severely misplayed that game. Yeah, obviously I would like to win the other games here. Yeah. Okay. So we need as many removal spells as possible for Magus, etc. And then just need 1 more board out. Maybe Condescend, because I cannot believe how they managed to navigate around everything that game. That was so savage. I think we will want that Chalice when we're on the draw, and we can get down a Chalice on 1. But I don't actually think 1 main deck Chalice is all that good in this matchup. We can wish for it at some point, we will, maybe, but that was really, 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 really well sequenced by my opponent. Clearly know what they're up to. I get to hold my head high because my opponent never found out that I did have a Condescend in my hand all game. Jeez. Nope. Well, we finally saw an Expedition map. Jesus. I gotta go to 5 here? Ugh. Yeah, I think so. Can't play a 1-lander against Ponza. Jeez. Alright, keep. Bottom. Yeah. I don't think the land count in this deck is that low. I guess we're getting there's 25 lands in this deck. I think we're getting our comeuppance from the previous match where we just savage top decked our opponent. This is a pretty good opener though, because we can beat Arbor Elf. The one thing is when you play this matchup, they will always have Utopia Sprawl in turn 1 if you mulligan or keep a specifically removal enabled hand. Every time they'll always have the one you don't have the removal for. Opponent is seeing if they want to go to 4. Yeah, so and then sometimes they'll even board out some number of Arbor Elves. I've seen some Gruul players do that. They'll just slow roll up to their mana. Okay, we're really hoping to see Arbor Elf here. Well, at least it could be a quick one. Okay. Well, maybe gonna be okay. I'm really hoping for Magus of the Moon here or something similar to that. God! Ah! Fuck. That is just the frickin' worst. What an incredible hand. I mean, it's not even incredible. Like, this is just the worst possible scenario for every part of this. Which I guess is exactly what happened with the... All right, we'll get out here and move on in a second. This was not okay. This is not an okay situation. I think we've got like 1 or 2 draw steps here. Hopefully they spend all turn playing Glorybringer or something. Come on. What do you got? Maybe Bloodbraid into Pillage? Literally nothing? What? Wow. That's a big yikes. I haven't gotten to play a single Remand or Condescend in this entire match so far. We played an entire game and now most of this one? Like, what? I don't... What? Insanity. Yeah, so we'll bounce this. This is probably a mistake because what they're going to do is like now they're going to play Pillage or Blood Moon. I'm really hoping they just replay the Scoos, but yeah, okay, good. There's no creature. Yeah, I should have just let it resolve and kill it, but I jumped on the opportunity to cycle without actually thinking the line through. We just get to kill it here, which is fine. There's no creatures for it to eat, so it doesn't get to do anything effective. And Ren and 6 is going to be a problem though because we don't have a Needle or a Sorcerer's Spyglass for whatever reason. Okay, so that is at least a different Tron piece. And we could card for Liquimetal Coating. The problem is I'm really worried about them just having like Glorybringer to knock down the Karn. Oh, but I've got Dismember. Maybe we just go get Liquimetal Coating. And that'll shut down Ren and 6 on the next turn. Because we've got the Dismember. They could also have a Bolt to just knock down Karn once I minus. Play Karn plus this turn? That's a consideration. Okay. So we're in 6 on 7. We're kind of in crunch time here. Looks like Glorybringer. Good. You can attack. What do you want to attack? What would you like to attack? Bye, friend. If I rip a tower, this turn gets a little different, because then we just get Walking Ballista, I think, and we just shred red and 6. Tower. 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 Here's my tower. It's actually not too bad. So. Yep. Get the coating. Play the coating. I think we have to sit with the Remand, but this should work okay. So they have to have something better than Lightning Bolt here. Another Glorybringer is not really going to help them much. Bloodbraid's probably a little scary for me. But we get to bounce whichever one of the spells is more relevant, so could be okay. That's uncomfortable. But we played around the Lightning Bolt correctly. Now the second Lightning Bolt is going to wreck us. Second Lightning Bolt means we're donezo. Oh, Forest. Okay. Turn that off. The biggest problem is this means it's pretty easy for a Bloodbraid Elf to shut down Karn. They have 8 mana. So, but their entire hand might be lands right now. So that's something. Okay, well that's pretty big. So play Tower, play Tome. Draw a card. 96 is a weird card. Some of the things it does to game states are very odd. So I only have the 1 blue mana, so I don't want to plus on this and attack. I mean, I do, but I don't think it's a reasonable thing to do. So we're just going to keep turning off the red and 6 with Liquimetal Coating. I want to get this forest down, but they've got so much mana after the fact anyway, so it's not really going to matter. That said, we do have a pretty massive Condescend. We can Condescend for 7 right now, so that's kind of great. Just need to keep this Karn and Coating going. Fetch, sure. We want to Coating their Rend. That's what we've been doing. That's what we're going to keep doing right now. If I can get to the point of making another wish, we're going to get a Ballista, and then we're going to be in pretty okay shape, but what is this? Anything that doesn't immediately threaten Karn is fine. Clothis. I think we have to let that resolve. No, I'm not going to animate the Talisman unless it's like a really good reason to do so. Just Condescend? Dude, they have so much. Well, yeah, but they had 2 lands in their hand last turn. I think if we were actually doing the math, we would know that they don't have anything else. Hold on. Cancel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we have to do it for 7. We have to do it for literal actual 7. All right. Well, yeah, this is fair. They can't pay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't pay. They don't have anything floating. We have to do it for 7. I think we're just gonna do this and like. I think they still have 2 more lands in their hand. We'll find out in a second here. We're gonna know real soon if they do, or if they don't. I guess. Maybe they do something else like relatively not useful, like a Scavenging Ooze. Expedition map, Gemstone Caverns. Map gets me Ballista. Yes, please. Okay. Good luck, opponent. I'm hands off. 8 mana counterspell. Yes. Yeah. Blue Tron checking boxes. All right. Oh. Yeah, because this gets me... Right. I goofed. This does not get me what I said it did. What it does do is it lets me get another tower. Could wish for Meteor Golem, just kill the Ren 6 right now, but I don't really want to lose my Karn. Ruins. What does Ruins get me now? We can loop Ballista. Yeah, I guess. So play Crack, get the Ruins, play the Ruins. I can get Ballista and then play Ballista for 4. Ping Ren 6 once. And then just hang out with this, like a Remand and the Expedition Ruins. Academy Ruins. Because the Mazemind Tome just gets us moving along. We're giving them their Ren 6 back, but I should play the map on +0 and pass. Yeah. They have a lot of live draws in their deck. That's what I'm worried about. Map pressures Ren. Well, sure, but I think it's better to go bigger. Because we have this Mazemind Tome to use as well. And the Remand. It's home first. Yeah, I guess. It's going to limit our mana for Ballista if I want a Ballista, but this could be the answer to all our problems right here. Nope. Play the temple, play the map. Pass the turn. Seems okay to me. Could animate my map, but then I won't be able to crack it. Alright. Alright. So, Lightning Bolt is a great draw for them. Any haste creature. They have 9 mana. They have 10 mana with... they definitely have a land in their hand, I think, still. They probably had 2 lands plus the new card. Can't imagine they drew a land. So if they have a Glorybringer in their hand, they can play it twice. Bloodbraid? Pillage. We'll just hit this with a Remand. Make them do it again. If we're going to do this, hold on. We can do this. I'm holding priority and crack the map and grab Academy Ruins from my deck. Okay. Out of all the things they could have had here, this is actually pretty good for us. Oh, and that's insane. So then we got to wish for Ballista and then play a replacement Karn. Plus we can Academy Ruins the Liquimetal Coating for the next turn. So I think we got there on this one. Obviously we're not there yet, but it looks pretty good. So what we could do is just play the Ruins, reset the thing, play the Ruins, reset the Coating, draw the Coating, play the Coating again, and just sort of lull, like nice pillage. But I think we can do better than that. So let's go get Walking Ballista. Yes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that what I want? I don't think I need to play the second Karn. Play the Ballista, ping Ren 6. We'll leave them the option of pinging my Karn, but I don't care. And we'll leave this as a 5/5, so if they draw a Glorybringer, they can't kill it. Unless they want to team up Ren 6 and Glorybringer, but that's fine by me. We definitely need an upkeep stop on our turn. We don't need this upkeep stop on their turn anymore. They put themselves at 12? Man, you are so dead next turn, depending on what you draw. Good luck. Hey man, worst Tron is proving its stuff right here. Maybe we get there. Okay, that was a line I am very much ready for. That's fine. Arbor Elf, sure. So they're dead? Assuming the other card in their hand is a land, which I think that it is. I think we just win. Not even main deck, it's a sandwich. Okay, don't need to do anything on upkeep. It's the better line here. Ping this, crank it twice, attack them. Pretty sure. If they have a bolt or something like that, we just kill them on their upkeep. So, go combat. We want to crank it post blockers in case they have some kind of weird flash creature that Roy would play. Sure. Yeah, Skylasher or something like that. Looks like our opponent died.
Finish him.
That's louder than I wanted it to be. Hey, Skylash is good against blue decks, man. Okay, do I want Chalices when I'm on the draw? I kind of do, but Spatial Contortion and Dismember will have to be good enough here. Do I actually want Chalices on the draw? That's an interesting question. I mean, I do. Obviously, I do. Like, they're neat, but I think I would like these Chalices, but I don't. I haven't played a single Thought-Knot Seer here, and they seem kind of bad, right? Are they? Are they as bad as I think they are in this matchup? So Thought-Knot Seer more of a liability than a Chalice, because I feel like Chalice on one is so reasonable against their deck. Just bolts are. I think TGS is much worse than usual, but I don't see what I'd board it out for. Well, Chalice is what I'm talking about. I want to have these so that in theory I could have an opening draw with Gemstone Caverns and just jam a Chalice, but I don't think that's worth it really. We're gonna keep going with what we had there. I think Chalice on the draw. Well, we have Gemstone Caverns, right? Like that's the reason why that I would want to do that. But opponent snap mulligans. This is actually pretty good against what they're up to. It doesn't have the interaction, but I think I'll just keep it. We can kind of play through. If we care about 2 on Chalice, why don't we board it in on the play? Okay. So I think I'm playing Tolaria West here, because if they do anything to destroy it, like a pillage, I want to have 2 untapped lands. You and the stupid book. Hey man, Book is why we're here right now. If it wasn't for Mazemind Tome, I don't think I'd be doing this stream right now, so... What do you got? Bloodman? Magus? Pillage? Pillage. Mother flipper. Okay, well that is exactly the line that I chose this setup for. I think we go Mine and then Talisman and then hope that we make it. Jalum Tome. JM Day Tome. You guys aren't mentioning the best one, Sunset Pyramid. Uh-oh. No. Okay, good. Clothis is scary, but not as much as another... Reading is for nerds. Nerd! Did you guys catch a load of the nerd? Actually, we have 2 Dismembers in this deck, so we can actually kill a Clothis. Oh shit. This is scary. Alright, Glory bang me. Bang away. Don't pillage, please. Please, mercy. Okay. That's kind of great. Is that great? That's great. I love that. So we play Mazemind Tome and Spatial Contortion here? Pretty sure. Each card is a miserable short story. So I think we play the Tome here because there's a chance that between the Ensep Scry and an Upkeep Scry, we could find the last Tron piece, which is a power plant. Still have Spatial Contortion ready to go here. I like this line. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are misery. Good to know. Okay, so they don't have the 5th mana this turn, at least not from Clothis. So let's see what they have. If they have Bloodbraid Elf, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Questing Beast. Okay, so this turns on Clothis, but we're going to kill the Skoos and turn it off once it attacks. So we're in trouble, but not as much as we could have been. TKS is actually quite effective against the Questing Beast. Not great, but would bottom that. Thank you. Upkeep. Scry again. Power plant. Power plant. Power plant. Repeal's good. Okay with Repeal. Okay with the Time Walk. Let's maybe Time Walk. Let's go for a little walkaroo. Although, is this the best time to Thought Knot instead? Oh, the Delver knockoff. Yeah, it's there's a 3 blue, and it's from Shadows block. All right, I think I'm probably just playing this Thought-Knot Seer because this gives me a chance to attack their hand, and it blocks Questing Beast pretty effectively. There's not a super high chance that they're gonna have many ways to remove this right now. Choke. And the bolt that doesn't matter. So definitely taking the choke, because if they play choke, not only will it mess up my mana, but their Clothis will animate. We do have to see if we can dodge the Clothis coming online here. It's gonna be tight. If we make it through this turn, we're gonna be in much better shape. Yeah. So Mazemind Tome has really gotten to shred stuff in this matchup, though. Okay, good. Good. Please attack. Please attack. Please attack. Please attack. Please attack. Please attack. Love it. Get in here, baby. Let me give you a hug. Sure. No, not that one. It's like Dean of something. I think it's 3 words. Docent of Perfection. There you go. That's the one. Dean of something. It's a crusty, bitter old Dean. They finally draw a land, by the way. Could you draw a land, please? Thank you. Love that. Now play nothing. Sick. All right. Upkeep. One, two, three, four, five. I think we're just gonna scry this turn. Creature type porn star. Yikes. Mine. I think I'll take a mine. Because a mine means I can repeal Klothys and play Mazemind Tome. Or we have 6 mana. We left the bolt in their hand. Yeah, they have a bolt. So gotta be careful with the... Yeah, I think we're repealing Klothys and playing Mazemind Tome. Is there a better or worse timing to repeal this Klothys? I don't think it matters, right? We want to do it before it triggers, so we have to do it before their main phase. Don't think there's a reason to upkeep do it, but there's also no reason not to, right? So I think I will. Did we make our land drop? We sure did. It was an Urza's Mine. Cool. Heal into next end step. Karn, Liquimetal, Silence the Forest. Yeah, that would have been a great line, except they have a lightning bolt in their hand that we talked about specifically. Okay, that's a pretty good flip. We can beat it, but that's pretty good. This is going to gain us 4 life, so we're kind of at virtual... okay. It's fine. We missed a scry. Bottom that. Do I want to scry with this one? Yeah, I do. Took my eyes off my keyboard for a half second, and then all of a sudden I click through my end step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can Karn Bridge with this. I know they have the bolt, but Karn Bridge is pretty good. Kill the lose while we can. Yeah, we're gonna probably kill their Scavenging Ooze. No, I figured it out. It's you're good. You're good. I think I want to bottom this. I think I want to bottom that. I think we can do better. Okay, let's draw the Tron. That'll do. So kill this. Let's hold up Remand. Oh shit! No. Okay, they have 1 green. They have 1 green. They have 1 green. I was like, did I just walk into a terrible play because someone told me I could do it? But no. They're missing a 2nd green. Yeah. I'm good. Just enjoying playing Magic. All right, cool. So I think we just hold the Remand here because we know they have a 3 CMC spell. Bloodbraid Elf's not too bad right now. If I ever hit my Tron land, it's going to be real good. 4. Shoot. Okay. Well... it's so bad. Yeah, I'm watching the clock. I'm not super concerned about it. If we ever hit Tron, we're going to be off to the races, so... I think I'm sending back the Bloodbraid Elf, honestly. It has less selection. Alright. Yeah. No, I remanded the other one, but I think it's fine. So we drew the map. So as long as we make it through this turn, we can play Ballista and just annihilate their board, I think. Can we? So, yikes. Huh. So this 3, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana with Tron. We're gonna upkeep Scry again because I wanted to see if I can hit a Ballista naturally. Because there's several of them in the deck. We haven't hit one yet. Try the Temple. Put that on the bottom. Okay. Draw. Okay, that'll be good for next turn, kind of. So 1, play map. 2. We're actually not going to be able to play a particularly large ballista here. Power plant is what I need. I kind of wonder if I should just go get Ensnaring Bridge here, because I know they have Bloodbraid in their hand and Clothis. We'll only take 2 from their attack. The bolt down that, but then I have Mazemind for next turn. I'm gonna take that line. Playing Ballista X2 is not good enough here. So we'll lose the Karn to their bolt, but that means we get to sort of gain that life virtually. Didn't they discard the cloths we knew about? Oh, they did. I wasn't paying enough attention. 2 Captain Chest. Yeah, they did. They did. Someone mentioned clock, and I got all distracted from paying the right amount of attention to the right amount of things. Like, I was already paying attention to the clock and the fact that I was low on it, and then I got all distracted talking about it. It's not an excuse, it's just an explanation. So they can attack with these 2 elementals. They choose not to cast the Bolt EOT. I guess they're just going to see if they can Bloodbraid and flip a Pillage, which is fair. They did not. Another Sprawl. You love to see it. No. It's not your fault, Leviathan. You're great. You're fine. I'm the one playing here. It's my responsibility to stay on task. It's my responsibility to play the game. You guys are just here to enjoy to whatever extent you like, and you know, I like you guys being here, so don't even worry about it. If I make mistakes, if I have any problems, they're on me. Let's draw a card. I don't know why I'm doing it in my upkeep, but I don't really have to. Okay, that's not the greatest. That is spectacularly poor. Okay. So, plus nothing here. Yeah, okay. The Remand is kind of okay, because if they find something, but their dudes get under bridge, they save Bolt then. Maybe. I know I just thought that they would want the card dead immediately. I'm just surprised they didn't do it. I mean, it's fine. Like, they didn't need to, they don't need to, but I was just surprised that they didn't just snap off Bolt to kill Karn. Like, animate the Talisman. It's not doing much for us. Yeah, I should have done. They probably would have bolted it. They're what? Oh, okay. They're actually, well, good for them. They're reading. I have no way to interact with this because I don't. It's okay. We get 2 shots next turn. We still haven't hit a Ballista, so we should hit something at some point. Another Karn would be fine. I think I bottomed a second Karn at one point, which clearly was a mistake in retrospect, but that's fine. Making mistakes you notice in retrospect that's just life. Magic the Gathering, the allegory for life. They have 2 bolts. I'm at like virtual 2, but then on my next turn I'm going to go up. I guess this is one of those situations Roy would love to talk about, wax poetic about the wow, that's an exceptional draw. The fact that this is a situation where drawing cards with Mazemind Tome actually does have a significant cost. Okay. This is the situation you were talking about. Get Ballista. Okay, we're gonna go for whatever this amount is. 5. Sure. 1 card in hand. Good. This Karn will eat the bolt. Show up for my buddy. Stay for the Schadenfreude. Yeah. List on 6. I kept it because I want to draw the extra card off of Mazemind Tome at the end of their turn. So I think they still have that bolt. I'm pretty sure. Unless, did I exile it with like a Thought-Knot Seer? No. Exile the choke. They still have that bolt. I know they do. Block. Block, ping, ping. Because they're not gonna bolt my Ballista. That would be very crazy. Just gonna bolt my Karn. They're gonna bolt my Ballista? Shit. This is not an eventuality I planned for. This is going to kill the Arbor Elf, so this one can kill the Elemental. I really hope they're not doing this specifically for time, because if they are, it's a dick move. It's probably correct. It's just a pain in the ass. Meteor Golem. Yeah, we just can't win anymore. It doesn't matter. We can't do that. We will lose the game if we try that. What the hell? Non-land? Oh man. Shit. I never read Meteor Golem. I thought it was Vindicate. Yeah, we had Mindslaver lock there. So I believe we won the game. In terms of, you know, intellectually, but it's fine. Grab Academy, try to win with Ballista Loop. Again, great option. Not relevant, but it's a good option. No, it's fine. There's nothing to be sad about. We had Mindslaver lock plus Ballista Loop there. Like, that's going in the W column as far as, like, the sort of conceptual execution of the deck. And Mazemind Tome was fantastic there, which is exactly what we needed. I don't think I have time to stream the rest of this, so unfortunately I'm going to have to say goodbye for now, folks. I really want to thank you all for coming on down and checking this out. I am going to post these 3 matches to YouTube, even though they're somewhat full of saltiness and rockiness. I just have to go and cook dinner and do things like that. So, and then I have to get ready for the recording later. So I'm glad I got this testing in. I will finish this league at some point. Probably not on stream, but I might record it, and then I guess I could splice them together. So we'll see what we do. But